Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Alexandra. I am an intuitive healer, light language channel, energy reader, and I am back today with a new light language transmission. As some of you already know, my family and I moved homes recently. My baby caught the flu, and obviously I caught it from her. We did do the test, and it wasn't COVID, but we still didn't feel really optimal for about 2 weeks. So there's been really a lot going on during the last weeks. Luckily, I was able to still host the Starseed Light Language Healing webinar that was planned. I was really happy about it. I would have been quite sad to have to postpone it, but I was feeling better, and so we did meet and have that webinar. And now we're in the new home. We are still setting up the space, and of course, we focused on our bedrooms and the kitchen and stuff like that. So my own workspace is still not fully organized. I'm still working on creating a high frequency space here, and we're still moving furniture around and figuring things out. But I wanted to get back on track and show up for you guys, and continue offering my gifts to you, which is why I am recording a audio file today for you. And once my workspace is going to be organized and I'm going to feel really aligned with how things are, that's when I'm going to be back with videos. But for now, I hope this format is also going to work out for you. And so the transmission that I want to share today is actually inspired by a post that I saw on on Instagram yesterday by tarot reader Peter. He is obviously a tarot reader, but he also talks a lot about the astrology that we're currently moving through. And he mentioned that the sun is aligning with the Pleiades for 5 days starting today, opening a powerful portal of high vibrational energy. And that really inspired me because, to be honest, I do work with higher dimensional star races on an almost daily basis for my own healing, and also in sessions depending on the person that I'm working with and how open they are to that kind of frequency. And so I've been called to work with the Pleiadians during the last days. And so when I saw his post, it was really let's say, provided me with an explanation as to why suddenly this Pleiadian energy stepped forward so much for me in my own reality, in my own experience. And so what I want to offer today is really, channeling some light codes, some Ascension light codes from the Pleiades, the ones that are being activated through this special alignment between the Sun and the Pleiades. So you can really tap into these codes and really soak up all that high vibrational goodness during these 5 days. And of course, you can listen to it once or once a day during the next 5 days, or however you feel guided to, whenever you feel guided to. But before I get into the transmission, I wanted to make a super important announcement that I'm really excited about. And that is that today is the day when I launched the Heart Tribe Patreon account. It's actually been on for, I think, a few months now. But I didn't want to make that public simply because I had to just see how I feel and see if I can really commit to that. Many of you already know that I had my baby last year, I had my baby girl just a few months before I started my Heart Essence YouTube channel, and she's my first baby. So I've been kind of growing the Heart Essence business frequency. This is my new project, and growing her and raising her at the same time. And it's been quite a ride, even though I'm really thrilled with how things have been going and developing in both areas of my life. And so, even though my guides have been nudging me to start the Patreon account since last year, and I did put it up there, as I said a few months ago, I just had to feel into it and see if I feel in vibrational alignment, and if I can actually stick to this commitment of being there for the Patreon community on a regular basis, the way most Patreon communities work, right? So this is why I've still had a bit of resistance within me, just because I had to figure things out, make sure that my baby is taken care of while I'm, having these monthly meetings with the Patreon community and so on and so forth. So it's just been a bit of organizing, but now it's finally launched. So the link is going to be below. And I wanted to just let you know what I'm up to in the Patreon community and why you might be interested to join us. It was really funny. I just made a post about it on Facebook, I don't know, maybe half an hour ago or so. And within really a few minutes, the very first patron signed up. And now I think there are already 3 that signed up really basically within the first 15 minutes after I made it public. So super grateful, super honored for the enthusiasm that is being received with. And my intention with the Patreon account is to assist you by making your awakening and healing journey as easy and graceful as possible. So during live community events where I channel light language for you, we will be working on the topics that you feel called to alchemize, heal, or integrate on a monthly basis. That is the main, offering that I'm going to be sharing on a monthly basis. It's going to be a 2-hour live community event. It's going to be every second week of the month on Wednesday, starting with the 9th of June. I will also be offering a monthly powerful Ascension activation audio transmission, which I'm going to be uploading on the Patreon space on the 1st of every month. So you can really, integrate all the Ascension codes available on the planet each month. Again, irrespective of how busy you are or what's going on. And of course, this Heart Tribe, and being an active subscriber to the Heart Tribe is also an opportunity to be a supporter of Heart Essence and allowing me to have more time to create as much free healing content as I possibly can for those who need it the most, right? On the social media channels that I'm on, Instagram, Facebook, and especially YouTube. So this is basically, these are the main features, the main gifts of the Patreon Heart Tribe. And of course, there's also going to be exclusive updates, so you're always going to know what new content is being created, what the upcoming webinars are or retreats, whenever the world calms down a bit from this health crisis we've been going through. And you're also gonna be finding out about all the Ascension goodies and all the new stuff that I'm creating. So this is what I'm offering in the Heart Tribe Patreon community. And the first 20 subscribers will receive my 5D chakra upgrade and healing program as a gift, which is the most extensive online healing tool I've created so far, with a total of 19 light language transmissions valued at €170 or $207 US. This program offers you the possibility to work through limiting energies, remove blocks, heal, activate, and upgrade your entire chakra system to 5D effortlessly and gracefully. It contains 2 transmissions for each chakra, including the Earth Star and Soul Star chakra, plus the 5D chakra upgrade transmission. So basically, you'll be beginning with the Earth Star chakra. You're going to start healing and transmuting all past life, karmic, ancestral energies, all soul contracts, agreements, any interference, and all trauma, and anything else which may be relevant for you each month. It's a month-by-month program, basically, that you'll be doing, but I'm going to be sending you the entire program in, in one go. And the intent behind this program is that you have the opportunity to completely shift your entire chakra system, focusing on each center month by month without having to invest too much time doing spiritual practices, but by simply relaxing and allowing the divine intelligence of these living transmissions to wash over you and assist you as you need it for your best and highest good. After your entire chakra healing and upgrading program is complete, of course, you can listen to these transmissions whenever you feel guided to and as you are guided to. But basically, you're going to get 2 transmissions for each chakra. So let's say, as an example, you're going to start with the Earth Star chakra, and the first 2 weeks of the month when you begin, you're going to be listening to the clearing and healing Earth Star chakra transmission. And after those 2 weeks, you're going to move on to the activation transmission connected to the Earth Star chakra. Then you move on to the root and so on and so forth, up to the Soul Star, which is why it is like a month-by-month program. So the first 20 subscribers that sign up to the Patreon account are going to receive this program absolutely free, sent via email as a Dropbox link, which you can download so you have this program and it's yours for life. So through the Heart Tribe, I hope to create a space where you feel heard, seen, supported, and loved. And we're all in this together on this ascension journey. So let's hold hands through all the ups and downs and walk each other home. That's my intention with the Patreon community. And I invite you to consider joining us. And yeah, so let's get into the transmission. Trenehi iaraha uro shetrenaha uria kere anna horete e auro hoshata a. Trenehi ya uria te shetene harahuto toro neke ene hiara. Trohore shinihi yara tranana horoto kata ahuro to neheya ashaheyaka. Shurene yara trutoro nanaka atia shotorone yaka uro utrenaha ateya. Treke ya shinene yara uria tenea uro nene kateya hata a huno honeke yatiki. Sheretere ha huru otere a huno no neheya eneke shiti yara tahanaha. Tereia ha shono neheya kiti yara tenehe ara huro torote nakata. Sheretia ha uro tena anaha yetria uro retere ha tashaha. Nenehe eya uro torotehena ha uro eteya ha shikene ya tiki iarata a. Hare ha turo no ko o shetere ki hiara huru toro nenya nanare teke eyata. Norehe ha usuro tereha te yaha huru retehe ya nanaha turehe na uku o toro ya ete e. Sherehata ha uro horo na hare ya te nekik iya katara ono shutori ya ke te e yara. Neshiki yara huru toro te henaya ya uro tore e ya kashata. Tere naka uro tore te enehe ke ya uro toro anana no ko ya ete e sherehi ya uro na. Tarahu toro no ke eniki iya kata a uro otosho o tereha naka anehe unoho. No shorea ratarakere ia kurunene a unoho ratene ha te e iya kata a. Harahu to ore nahi yakashte yakata ananana urunene I kata a uro o te e shiki iya kata a. Tereki ia ratrete nanana uro ia shitehi yakene he ta are e nuia uru tuturu edna kata asha. Hiki ya uro rotre nehera anana uri e te ka shititi hika nehe ata heya ata nana oro teria. Hore hena she eya nana huno nukune ya te aha uro tore eya kate eshekia unununo hene hanaka ane keti iki iarataka. Sherehe uroro no nene hena kuturo nene ya ashare enne keria ata. Shere te naha huru retre naha ne ya a uro naka ane he huria. Nanne hene kuturo te te yakate she ananana hunore yakara anaha uru ture te he yakata a. Tere ana shorono no hane ya huru toro te ena ki eya ara uru totototo eti yaka aishe he yarana. Nana ha uru ro tre anash eya hana huru oro tre te te iyakara u tore e nanne hena kiti I tore na. Ashere hea huru turoto toto onene ke iti ia ha uru ototo ana e ke iti ia rakata. Shere tana ha huru totore enihia ata eke eya ana ha uru ote eya. Trene he huru ho shuru tere ke te ia rauno nonore ena haka a uru otene ki ia rata a. Shoro trehene he yara huru huturo nene kata aneya ara uru ototo. Huri hihi ya ana aneya hara huru shotoro ana uru ono no nehe tiki ia ata ara ono no. Surata ha uru one nene hiya ha huru o te ene he ke shiara ana ara teke e huru ane ene iara taka. Se te rehi ara huru ro retere nā ha huru ore e nāne iki I ia a uro toro ate e sekeia. Se te rehi ara unono nene ia kanea ara uro o te sherehi ara ta a ane tunono. Nare heia ha huru o soro te are he neia ha hunono nene ke ti ia rakata. Asara ne ta ara uro o tono o neke eia. Tarane he huro na. Nashere ki atara nane e hure ete eia tunia. So I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath in and out, into the nose and out through the mouth. Really allowing the body to settle in and anchor itself into these high vibrational frequencies. And I hope you enjoyed this transmission. It was definitely very joyful, very high energy type of codes, this time from the Pleiadians. And before I end this recording, I wanted to let you guys know that I have 3 webinars coming up for the remaining part of 2021. The first one starts on the 8th of July. It's actually the most extensive webinar that I'm hosting at this time because it's a 3-part webinar series. It's for clearing blocks to your multidimensional gifts. So it's all about either awakening or strengthening your intuitive muscle, depending on where you are on your spiritual and awakening journey. So this is useful for people who want to connect more to their psychic abilities, their intuition, strengthen them. Also for people that have been on this path for a while, or even people that offer spiritual services, this type of webinar and the light language transmissions I'll be sharing are definitely going to make things clearer for you, are going to help you be more grounded, help you trust yourself more, help you connect deeper with your guides and the divine within you. So the first part, as I said, is going to be on the 8th of July. We're going to be working on releasing and healing past life karma and trauma related to our gifts, related to being a light worker on planet Earth, clearing limiting beliefs, releasing self-doubt, comparison, judgment, working on grounding and embodiment. The second part is on the 15th of July, where we're going to be releasing any contracts with the dark, when maybe we used our gifts in service to self, releasing any energies connected to interference, clearing religious dogma, releasing cultural and environmental programming, working on boundaries. And then on the 22nd of July, we're going to be really activating and opening up the remembrance of our gifts. So we're going to be looking at clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, claircognizance. And we're also going to be having a transmission for other gifts, which, there are so many psychic gifts, right? So many of you may not have the ones I just mentioned, but may have some other ones. So we're going to have a special transmission for that. And also a transmission for aligning you with your heart, so you can really be in flow with the universal intelligence and tap into that inner knowing easier. So this 3-part webinar series starts on the 8th of July. Then the next webinar that I'm going to be hosting is Clearing Blocks to Ascension. That's on the 29th of August. This is where we're going to be looking at the main obstacles we have on our ascension journey, such as obstacles at ego level. For example, any resistance to the ascension journey, any fear, lack of trust or confidence regarding our ability to ascend, being distracted from the ascension journey, feeling unworthy to ascend. We're going to be looking at past life ascension blocks, the deep trauma many of us endured while being on the ascension journey. Maybe clearing the choice of not to awaken at all. Also clearing any misunderstanding regarding the ascension process, any distorted views we have about the awakening path, believing that we have to die in order to awaken, or that the ascension journey is dangerous, having a lack of understanding or structure regarding the ascension process. We're also going to be looking at blocks regarding other people, for example, believing that we will lose our loved ones if we ascend, or, that we can only ascend in isolation from other people, or perhaps having some type of unwillingness or fear to ascend because of feeling that we're going to be separated from our loved ones. And we're also going to have a look at interference that might be blocking our awakening process. So we're looking at religious programming, false light teachers in schools, any distorted initiations or practices that we were involved with consciously or unconsciously, any black magic, or perhaps even the choice of choosing the dark over the light, which can be a possibility. So these are all topics we're going to be looking at, and more. I just gave a few examples here. And the third webinar I'm going to be hosting this year, and it's also the last one, I'm going to be on the 11th of November. And that is the Abundance and Money Language Healing webinar. I've hosted it in January, and I've been getting amazing feedback on that one ever since. So this is where we are going to be releasing past life, ancestral, and karmic energies that are blocking our abundance. We're going to be clearing 3D collective consciousness and religious dogma-based energies, healing painful memories and trauma, as well as limiting beliefs about the self that create lack. We're going to be releasing and healing unconscious and subconscious limiting beliefs and fears about money and abundance. We're also going to be clearing behaviors that create lack and replacing all of these outdated and limiting energies with a powerful abundance mindset activation. So if any of these webinars resonate, and in case you feel that you might not be able to make it live, just know that we are recording all of these webinars, and it takes me a few days up to a week to edit everything so that you have the entire webinar as a video, but also the individual light language transmissions in audio format, so you can keep continuing the healing work we initiated together within the webinars. So usually I've noticed a third of the people that sign up actually don't participate live. But as you already know, if you followed my YouTube channel, that doesn't really make a difference. So time and space don't really exist. So yeah, the links to all these webinars are going to be below, as well as the Patreon account, and I'm super excited to have you there if you feel called to join. I love you, and I'm going to see you soon. Have a nice day. Bye.